Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the sixth part of the chapter biodiversity and its conservation. That is hotspots of biodiversity. What do you mean by hotspots? The areas which exhibit high species richness. That means different types of varieties of species will be there as well as high species endemism. That species will be uh, found in that particular area only. That is called as species endemism. What do you mean by endemism? That means the species which are particular restricted to a particular area is called as species endemism. Okay, so hotspots of biodiversity means the areas which exhibit high species richness as well as species endemism. Okay, so here, according to India, we have a two hotspots region related to India, and whole worldwide we are having 25 hotspots around the world. Okay, hotspots are the richest and most threatened reservoirs of plants and animals on the life on the earth. Okay, so there are the areas of exceptionally rich concentrations of species with high endemism are extremely vulnerable to anthropogenic disturbances. Anthropogenic disturbances means human activities like industrialization, pollution, spreading of this pollution, okay, cutting of trees, expansion of cities, urban areas, okay. So all these are comes under anthropogenic disturbances, okay. So here the hotspots have been identified based on the following criteria, okay. So um, the number of species which are present in that particular area, that is the one criteria, and the next point is the number of those species that exist exclusively in the given ecosystem. That means whatever the species which are present in the area, that should be in that particular region only. Okay. So the next one is degree of the threat they face. That means whatever the species which are present in that particular area, the rare species, if any threatening causes are there or threatening conditions are there. Threatening means danger condition. That means if we don't protect them, they may going to extinct in the near future. So such kind of areas are selected as a hotspots of biodiversity. Okay, so all the hotspots in the world mostly located in the tropical areas. Tropical areas are rich thick forest covers which are having abundant for nutrient cycling, food chains, food webs, hydrological cycle. These ecosystem services are maintaining well in that particular tropical areas. Many of these are present in the developing countries. Okay, so developing countries like India. Okay, so hotspots are rich in endemic species of plants and animals such as reptiles, amphibians, insects, and mammals. Okay, so this is all about the hotspots. So these are all the different hotspots which are present worldwide. Okay, so these red zones are all hotspots, different hotspots. So in India, Western Ghats region and Eastern Himalayas. This is all Myanmar and all. Okay. So in coming to India, hotspots related to India are Eastern Himalayas and Western Ghats. Okay. So Eastern Himalayas are the number of deep and semi-isolated valleys in Sikkim are extremely rich in endemic plant species, particularly orchids. Okay, so orchids plants already I have shown you different varieties of plants, different varieties of flowers. Okay, so all these are very like special plants. These are all like epiphytes. Okay, so these plants are very sensitive to temperature, higher temperatures. Okay, so even if 1 degree of raising temperature may cause the extinction of the species, many of these sensitive species. Okay, so nearly 7,298 square kilometers of Sikkim, about 4,250 plant species are found, of which 60% are endemic. See how much richness is there. 60% of species are found only in the areas of Sikkim. Okay, the forest cover of eastern Himalayas has dwindled about one third of its original cover. Okay, so these are all destroyed by the human activities, and this hotspot is an active cover of organic evolution, and it is considered to be the cradle of flowering plants. Okay, so coming to Western Ghats hotspots, this hotspot extends along a 17,000 square kilometers. Okay, strip of forest in the Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. Okay, so it has a 40% of the total endemic plant species. See what is the percentage? Total India, if you take 40% of the endemic plants are present in this Western Ghats region. Okay, so about 62% of amphibians and 50% of lizards are endemic to the Western Ghats. 62% of amphibians. Amphibians are like frog-like creatures. Okay, so 62% see how much variation is there. And the major centers of diversity are Agasthamala Hills and Silent Valley, a new emblem reserve basin. Okay, so this is the region. These are the two regions. So easily we can understand this is the eastern Himalayan part and this is the western Ghat region. Okay, so eastern Himalayas already I have told you about the orchids, different varieties. Not only this, so many varieties are there. Okay, so these are all different types of frogs which we can see only in Western Ghat region. Not only this, so many other frogs. See this frog, how much small size, very small size. Okay, so different varieties of amphibians are we can find in Western region. Okay, so this is all about the hotspots of biodiversity. Okay, we will continue in the next class and with another topic.